Hi guys, I'm back up here with another daily motivational message for the collective. Remember, all messages are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest. As well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you know what to do. DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? Drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys to start the discussion, as well as let's go and shoot these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? So that's about it. So we got 3 cards from this African tarot deck here to clarify this channel message here that's coming up for the collective message here. And yeah, let's go get it popping, okay? So the channel message has to do with cleanliness is next to godliness, okay? I repeat. Cleanliness is next to godliness, okay? So the message has to do with your spiritual life, so spiritual hygiene, right? And a lot of us right now, what is being said right now is kind of being called out about our poor spiritual hygiene, man. This is that type of energy really making room for God to really within your schedule, right? I talked about this in the last collective daily motivational message. It's coming back up here, right? So that being said, poor spiritual hygiene is unacceptable, right? Poor spiritual hygiene is unacceptable. So regardless of how your day looks or what the fuck you're into, how busy you are, you have to, what is being asked is, well, you don't have to do anything. Everything is a suggestion, right? But what is being asked here is making room in your schedule to fit God in that, right? This is that type of energy, getting to that secret place, okay? The secret place has to do with sitting within prayer, sitting with God, really sitting with your creator, right? This is that type of energy as a collective. I guess, what Spirit's saying in these moments in time, we're being called out for that. So this is that type of energy. You might say, I pray all the time. I talk to God all the time. Yeah. We're not talking about casually just praying, the casual communication that you have with God every day, right? We're talking about really sitting with God, in the presence of God, and allowing God to indwell you, right? To indwell your mind, to indwell your spirit, right? And this is that type of energy here. Probably reading your Bibles or your devotional Bibles, or just in meditation, or just in prayer, and really speaking in tongues, or whatever you do to get connected with God, actually doing that, right? This is that type of energy in these moments in time here. Taking the time to spend time with God. Taking the time to place God in your busy schedule, in so many words. Yeah, because with the Hangman, you have to understand, man, like when you spend time with God and you have the time, you really build that intimacy with God, there will not be any, I guess, mental fog. You will not be confused. You will not be in an energy of being, I don't know, in the Hangman energy, not making a decision, in this energy of just like, what the fuck's going on? When you got that relationship built with God, when you're building that relationship and that building that intimacy with God, you're really understanding, regardless if you understand what's going on or not, you know that God's doing some work on you and for you and within your life, right? This is that type of energy. Hence, you don't have to be in a fearful space, right? But it comes back to you having that cleanliness next to godliness, because that saying has to do with spending time with God, or making room in your life to have that time with God, and having that strong, tight-knit relationship with God in these moments in time, and making sure that your spiritual hygiene is on the up and up, right? This is that type of energy. Yeah, man. Because a lot of us, man, is out here looking crazy, right? With this type of energy here, looking all malnourished and shit with the Ten of Wands, right? Look at this guy. He looks real malnourished and not together, not fit, you know. This is that type of energy. It's coming from that space and not spending time with God, right? Because a lot of us got us looking like this. Look at the imagery. Looking like this. You know what I'm saying? And this is that type of energy because the lack of time with God, the lack of feeding your spirit, the lack of feeding your soul, right? Because you get all that in the presence of God, right? Self-discipline, self-righteous, I guess to say, morals, integrity, self-control, dedication, all of these good things here. That shit comes from God, y'all. That comes from God and spending time with God. And you gain all that, man. And it's about you really, with the Hermit, diving deep within yourself. And once again, sitting with God. And not really diving deep within yourself. Yes, that. It's always that. But it's more about, like, sitting with God and allowing yourself to allow God to just kind of indwell you. Really, while you're sitting with God, explore the spirit realm, explore that secret space, and allow God to reveal to you things you didn't know, right? This is that type of energy. If you roam in the presence of God for a while, you're going to pick up on some jewels. You're going to pick up on some rubies. You're going to pick up on some golden nuggets within that space that's going to help you move forward in your life, that's going to help you be of service for somebody else by being a testimony, right? Or anything, right? Whatever God is trying to use you for, right? You'll find it. Just dabbling into that spiritual realm with God, dabbling in that presence with God, keeping your focus on God, because there's a lot of fear tactics, right? Because I was reading my devotional Bible yesterday, and it talked about how spending time with God is so crucial, right? Why it's so important to spend time with your Creator, because in society, all we see is all these different fear tactics when it comes to, like, I don't know, global warming or I don't know, crime or things like that, right? Politics, things like that places fear on you, right? And when you're not connected with God, when you're not sitting in the presence of God, you allow that to consume you and not see the acts of God in the world. Because God is always working in the world. There's little miracles of God and little pieces of little humorous signs that's coming from God in the world, but we miss it because it gets foreshadowed over the fear that is placed upon this society. You know what I'm saying? This is that type of energy. You would notice those little golden nuggets. You would notice those little God's sense of humor if you was connected with God, you know, and really spending time with God and building that intimacy with God, okay? All right, so to end this message, it's about us taking care of our poor spiritual hygiene, making sure our hygiene, our spiritual hygiene is on the up and up, and making sure we ain't looking like this guy here because we lacking understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Once again, we're lacking that presence with God, right? So it's about us sitting with God and talking with God and experiencing God and making that space with God and allowing God to indwell our life, okay? All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all messages are not for all, they're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest. As well as we got that slot open for personal readings. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing one of those, you know what to do. DM me. We can get you set up. Come fuck with your girl, okay? Drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys and start the discussion. As well as, let's go share these vids, man. Let's get this divine knowledge out here for the collective so we all can get on one accord, okay? I want you guys to have a good day. Stay up. Remember, continue to make room in your schedule to really sit with God and get an understanding with God and allowing God to indwell your space and indwell your spirit, okay? All right, I want y'all to have a good day, and bye-bye.